It's okay, you can be wrong, you can make mistakes, you can take a path that is not common, you can walk on a path that not everybody has walked onto and still be right. You can have your own perspective shaped by your upbringing, shaped by the people who you relate to, shaped by whatever your thought process is, based off of whatever profession it is that you've pursued, and still be right. Or you could be wrong, making that mistakes and learning it from yourself without somebody pointing out to you. That helps you to learn, that helps you to grow, that helps you to see that there's something that you are doing right, that if you made this mistake, that you can be able to learn from it as well. That is why sometimes some of us have been so used to giving help that we don't think we are worthy of help. Some of us are so used to being the one who assists, being the one who helps, being the one who builds, the one who connects, the one who builds and connects other people, that we don't think we are worthy of relationships. We don't think we are worthy of that particular help. So when somebody offers help, you think there's an agenda. When somebody shows interest in being able to help you in a particular instance, to connect you to somebody else, to build a relationship for you, to link you to something more important, to link you to an opportunity, to link you to an existing avenue for you to be able to grow, you always relate that to an agenda or a motive that they may have, whatever motive that may be, depending on what your intentions are. It's important to know that not everybody has that particular motive. There are people who have seen you help so much. There are people who have seen you grow. There are people who have seen you connect other people, that sometimes when they see, they know you also need some help. You also need some connecting. You also need some assistance. And needing assistance does not necessarily mean that you're helpless. Sometimes we all need a break. Sometimes we all need assistance. Sometimes we all need somebody to see us and just say, you've done enough. It's your time to receive whatever help there is. It's your time to receive and accept whatever it is that is offered. You being helped doesn't necessarily mean you're helpless. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you are incapable of taking care of yourself. Though adept as you may be, it helps that you accept when somebody offers help. It helps that you accept when somebody throws you a lifeline, that you're not drowning as you may think you are. But even though you may be exhausted and you need somebody else to look out for you, you need somebody else to tell you that I know what you're going through, or I've been where you are, and I know when somebody needs help, I know when somebody needs assistance, I know when somebody needs to be helped or somebody needs to be carried. We all crave for that, but sometimes the perspective that other people have shaped of you sometimes the idea that other people have carved about you, whatever image other people have made you believe you are, prevents you from asking for help when you need help, prevents you from receiving help when you're given help, prevents you from honestly taking a rest when you need rest, because people have made you believe that you're invincible. People have made you believe that you are the one who ought to take care of everybody else. People have made you believe that you cannot be hurt, you cannot suffer from a rejection, you cannot be traumatized by an event. Don't allow other people's perspective of you, although sometimes we are wrong and we need to see what the other person's perspective is, but then not allow other people's perspective of you be the only measure of how you live your life, how you do everything that you do. Sometimes it's helpful when somebody gives an objective perspective, when somebody tells you that this is how you did it, this is how people looked at it, this is how I think you can do it better, or this is how I think that you can improve on it. It helps to get a second opinion. It helps to see somebody else's perspective, because you being at the center of everything makes it difficult for you to see objectively what may be happening, makes it difficult for you to see how other people around you are affecting what you're doing, how other people around you are being impacted by who you are or who you are becoming, whether positive or negative. So it helps to get somebody else's perspective, helps to get somebody else's idea of who you've been or who you are perceived to be from somebody else's lenses. So that is important in its own right, but then don't let that be the one that carries you everywhere, that people know you to be the one who is stronger, the one who ought to be, the one who ought to offer the shoulder for somebody else to lean on, the one who ought to help and not receive help, the one who ought to command and give authority but not receive it as well. It is good, yes, but don't live in that illusion. Sometimes it becomes an illusion because you are fighting within yourself whether or not to receive help, whether or not to give help, whether or not to cry because you need to, you're suffering, you're breaking down because you have given so much. You don't have anything else to give, but then everybody around you is used to you giving, that they're not sure if you can receive help. Sometimes accept help when it's given. Sometimes accept when you're wrong, though difficult as it may be. Accept when somebody else is throwing you a lifeline. Let's not be used to who we have been, that when somebody shows up and they're willing to help, we become repulsive, we become difficult to work with, we become a product of other people's idea of who we are.